So we will continue from the hands. We made the body. What we need, a top or the bottom, just vice versa, top or the bottom or the side. On the two view all we need, and we can create the hand. What we do, we continue where we left. This is what we made, and I'll just hide everything, the body, and we'll continue from the hand. I'll go to the top view. I'll just import the reference. I'll just copy the path, view, image plane, command V. Here goes our hand. Okay. The hand supposed to be this way for reference the references, and we continue. So what we are going to do, if I just go to the top, I'll just tell you my planning. We need a loop here, then we go about this and this. So what's the plan here? We're going to need one loop for each knuckles, and all we're going to do is to put 8 loops in every finger. 8 is the minimum to get a round. Some people do like 4 and apply smooth afterwards, but I'll go with the 8 loop. And for the connection, it will be like we're going to need one in the middle, one in the middle, one at the end, one at this end, and I might connect it like this or the other way to make a quad and slim it down to a single loop or something. So there are plenty of ways to do it. So let's get going. This is my top. I'll come to the front and I'll start with a cylinder, and number of loops 8. This is a basic tutorial. You must be familiar with rest of the anatomy. So how much we are going to create the finger? We'll just create one finger at a time. Okay. So let's say we are going to create 4 fingers. None of the fingers are straight. So it's better to keep the reference straight. I'll just make the middle finger straight. That will do. And if I go to the front view, we can see the middle finger is here. Okay. So I'll just compare the length from the top to somewhere this. Okay. And if I go to the front, what we need to do, just move a little back. This is the important part, and we can clearly see this length is smaller from this one. Okay, we can take it little back just to compare both the references are okay, because you can see this connects here and this connects here. So there is a little different. Okay, it's tilted as well. I think this is okay. Now our reference are matched. First we match the reference. How did we match? We matched the both tip of the finger and the length of the hand. Now we can go back to the modeling. So I was talking how much we are going to make the finger. We are going to match the finger where they connects, from where they connects. Okay. It doesn't need to be very precise. We just only need to get the look and feel of the hands. Okay, that should do. And for rigging purpose, we're going to keep one loop at every joints, which are these. Let's go back to the front view. We can see it's been squashed. Let's remove the symmetry. We have matched the scale from top, so we won't be disturbing the overall scale, although it's look a little flat, but this is how the fingers should look like. Okay, we'll go back to the top again, and we can have a little squeeze from here and one from there. Let's switch to the classic top and front. So here it is, a little flat looking finger. Never expect to look any better. I'll just do my own little bit of beautification. Turn off the symmetry. So let's continue. Let's delete this, delete the corner of it, and we need to make a finger out of it. Let's add a loop in every kind of corner. Here's the top. In the top it's a bit different, it goes a little bigger, it goes little squat. Let's fix this. All we need to delete this and make everything quad. This needs to be rounder, so we'll make it round. From the top, this is where our nail begins. I'll keep it a big. Let's go start putting details. What we need to have 3 loop on every corner, a minimum of 3. That's what helps in rigging. Okay, and just for the suggestion, this is where it bends. I'll do this. You can also do this, but not recommended. And let's keep everything in shape. I think which is done properly. I think this is good. If I look in the perspective, this is how it will look. I still feel it should be a little thicker. I'll just make it. My references are not locked. A little widen, thicker. This should do. So this is my forefinger. The nail is left. I'll just quickly do the nail. Bit different. The nail is, first we need to scale. Make sure this goes under the base layer like this. Then extrude, and this is where our nail comes. Bit more, just reduce it, and if you apply the smooth, you can see clean nail. All we need is the roundness. The roundness is bit missing. A little bit of more work. I'm using Control Shift to slide. It's a shortcut. Not really working well. I'll just do one at a time. This will do the job. Looks nice. Maybe this is going way too up. All of this needs to go down. And before we create the another fingers and the hand, there is a problem in the reference I set. Okay, so the problem is, if you see the thumb, it's in this direction. At the reference I took, the thumb direction is wrong. The thumb direction is the underside, so the reference has been set wrong. I'll have to fix the reference before I go. This will do. So fix the reference. We also need to pay attention on reference which way it's going. So let's make sure everything is good. So this is pointing here, this is pointing here, the thumb is pointing this way, the thumb is pointing this way. Now the references are good, so we are good to go now again. So now what we need to duplicate and quickly make the rest of the fingers. Now what we need to match, we need to match the almost at the right place. We need to match all the joints, the connection, the middle cut would be enough. Make sure these needs to stay in the middle. It's almost reaching the knuckle. Somehow this feels a little longer. This needs to be scaled down a little. If you have noticed, this has a rotation little outward. We can match that as well. All the minor details you pay attention, it brings you more realism, or you can say it brings you more closer to the realism. So we can now work on the orientation part. Make sure control shift right click, switch it to the object mode. If I do this, it will be a little confusing. So it's like this, and very little onto this finger. Okay, that should do. And if you see clearly from the front, Alt 2 is a shortcut for hide polygons. These are coming a little down, so I'll make sure to put it a little down. This will do. Let's observe in perspective. What I feel, after a certain point, let me hide the other fingers. After a certain point, finger will gain volume. You can see here, I need to do this in all fingers. I got the idea from one, and I'll just repeat in the rest. What I need to do is to give him a little volume at the bottom as it goes into the hand. Okay, so this is done. Now we move to the second part where we will be getting the palm. Spacebar, top view. We'll be starting with the box. If we continue from the fingers, like attaching them, bridge, creating bridge, and so, it will be a lot complex to work with a lot of loops. But if we start from this way, it will be easy. All I am doing is right now matching the volume or extreme points. Okay, so this is where it connects, and this is where it connects. Okay, and if I select this, this is must be the point where the knuckle meets the finger. I'll keep a gap, a little gap, so I can do the bridge thing. This is good, but somehow I feel this should be the, so not the every point will be matching, and we need a point. Where it goes, we don't know right now. So what happens with the hand, the middle finger stays in the top or the forefinger. But here you can see, if I just press Alt 2, you can see the middle finger lies on the top. This may be the pinky finger. So I'll put an H for the middle finger and I'll press Alt 2 again. It's back. All I need to do, take it to the top, back to the top view. Okay, now it's in the right place, almost at the top, and this is good. So this is going way too down. I'll just pull it up a little. Make sure to always give a little roundness from every prospect. Let's pull it down a little. Maybe we might have rotated a bit more. Just a little, that will do. Now let's make space for thumb. So this will be the connection to the thumb, and one goes like this. I'll take this here, or we can have another loop comes here. So I'll leave it somewhere here. Don't really need to go all the way to the thumb. This is another trick to reduce, what do you say, the polygon. I'll take this here, or else we will be end up with all the loops going all the way to the, what do you see, hands. Okay, so this is done. The basic of, I'll just take it more further down. Okay, so the next is, the trick with the thumb is you need to match its orientation, and I'll just won't do it like randomly. First thing, this rotation, this needs to be somewhere around 40 degree, 45 degree, 35, somewhere between 35 to 45 degree, like this. Now you can see it's 35. I'll leave it around, let's say 40. Then I go to top view, switch to world, and try matching it. It's almost feels like 45. We'll start from, what do you say, press 4, the thumb area. All we need to do is to match the joints properly and we are done. And this is where it connects. The third joint is somewhere around here. So we'll delete the extra polygon, and it fits perfectly if we match the joints. All we have a little different anatomy in the thumb because it's made for different purposes. So all we need to do is to just match that curve and the arc. Once you have the right rotation, it will be easy. Blend properly, or the joint will be placed. So we need to place these loops properly. So the rigger will also know where the thumb is supposed to bend, or will fail to deliver the right model. Always leave a hint for riggers to catch why, which part is here, why it is here. Riggers, what they care about, like placing the joints. So let's have a look in perspective. And the finger is totally broken. We need to fix it because of the local axis. So if you look it from the front, it is kind of somebody has broken it, just because of the orientation. Well, if we can see it from the right angle, we can fix it. Okay, let's see, we see it this way. It should be going this way. The thumb is the trickiest part. If you can get it right, look it from all direction, you'll get the feeling which needs to be moved, which direction. If you just pull out the right direction, it will work. Or more, I should say, right angle. I'm using B shortcut for the soft selection, and while pressing the B or while holding the B and using middle mouse, you can always adjust the soft selection. The thumb is in critical angle where not the front, side, top, nothing will work. So you have to go into perspective and see it in the all direction, all possible visual points. And then from that point of perspective, you need to judge how the thumb should look like. Make sure to watch your own thumb. This is the best way I have studied. I started modeling and I studied my own fingers and thumbs again and again. For the first time, when I tried the hand for the first time, I spent like more than half of the day. Took me a while to figure out everything. You just can't get everything right at the first time. You need to try several times. So we'll stop when we get the hint of it. The hint of thumb. Like, yeah, it looks like a thumb. More time we spend, the better it goes. A best way to do is via sculpting. So maybe in the next series, once I'm finished the entire character, I might do sculpting one where I will create the entire character via sculpting. Might have made it while it was straight. We can always do that because we still have the values. I'll just go to the 15 and I'll just press S. When I press S, it takes all the key here and come back to 0, then press 0 in all rotation and press S again. Okay, now we see the thumb in all view, and this is where we can fix everything. Let's go to the left view. Now we can see what is wrong, what is right. The thumb entire orientation is not right. Some places it feels swollen, some places the symmetry is a bit broken. So it's easy to fix in this view. You can see the rotation here, This needs to be like this. Make sure to work both view. I won't be touching this part. We can have one more loop here. Edit edge flow. Okay, so let's go to the right view. A bit different story here, but we'll work out. Okay, almost done. F3. So the nail's bit pointy. Okay, this area is bit disturbed because this has gone here. For the pointy nail, this needs to be moved up. We are fixing everything slowly. That's good. We didn't get it good at the first time. I usually happens to get things good because of my experience. And when something doesn't work, we have to be creative and look for the other way to fix things. This is one of the way, and you will be stuck on every single things like this. If you look it from the top, you will feel something is wrong and have that feeling that one side is bit more, this is not properly, the both side is not synced properly. If you look at it from the front and press 4, you can see the gap between both lines. This is not the rotated twisted finger, so this needs to be, नहीं अभी मना कर दे. हाँ. Okay, recording again. If you see from the perspective and look like this angle, so you can see this is going this way and it's going here. Okay, so it's not like properly round, it's a bit tilted in a bit awkward position. So this needs to be fixed. How we can do that? I'll just jump into the front view and select this loop and press 4. Both need to be in front to next to each other. Same goes with this and this. Same goes with this and this. This will fix that problem. Okay. So I'll just quickly, if we can do this, it will still solve that problem. It's still there, but better. I think might have to do with this too. Yes, this hasn't been. We haven't done with this loop. Okay, now it should be in the better condition. Let's fix the flow of loops. It's just going anything anywhere. Now it feels a bit okay. So this will be fixed while connecting. It all depends on the thumb. especially this side. I'll delete this. This will be bridged, and I'll just go back to 15, and this is how it was. Make sure to double click, right click, and delete. History delete, Alt Shift T. Make sure to keep saving your file. Make sure to use auto save. If you click on this guy here, animation preference, and you go to file and project files, yes, this one, and make sure to enable auto save. 10-minute interval, that's enough, and it will keep saving. Make sure to do save preferences. Sometime you just close and open, it won't work. These are the preferences. It saves preferences separately in document folder. Okay, the thumb is ready. All the fingers are ready. We can move to have a little bit of detailed and with enough loop in hand to make it. Let's, the thumb is going somewhere like this. I'll just hold it there, and then I jump to the top.